All right, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the song is Telegraph Road. This is coming from the band Dire Straits. Lyrics are pulled up just in case we need them, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into the video immediately. Okay. Definitely feels like a journey. If you're taking us on one here, guys. Like a story to be told.
Yeah, and a long time ago, come a man on a track, walking 30 miles with a sack on his back. Then he put down his load where he thought it was the best, made a home in the wilderness.
Okay, definitely sounds like a homesteader.
Built a cabin and a winter store. He plowed the ground by the cold lake shore. The other travelers came walking down the track. They never went further, no, they never went back. Then came the churches, then came the schools, then came the lawyers, then came the rules, then came the trains and the trucks with their old, and the dirty old track was the Telegraph Road.
Okay, guys, yeah, definitely. This is like a story about civilization building, like pioneering a brand new place, basically making it so civilization, for the most part, can thrive. Right? This is the it feels like the story of America almost, guys. So far here, find a little bit of wilderness and then start plant your roots for the most part, create a homestead. That homestead generally turns into a gigantic town in a couple of tens of 50s, hundreds of years, guys. Let's just say that there turns it from a small town to a gigantic city, a metropolis.
Yeah, then came the mines, and came the ore, and there was a hard times, and there was a war. Telegraph sang a song about the world outside, and the telegraph road goes so deep and so wide, like a rolling river.
Like the entire groove of the song is great, guys. Like it just feels good.
And my radio.
Before we jump into this next section here, in terms of the instrumental itself, it kind of resembles like kind of how Tool does their instrumental solos for the most part here, where the music itself has the ability to kind of tell the story pretty much based off of the overall vibe, groove, tonality of it itself. It definitely feels like there is some type of like hopefulness that he's hoping that this homestead turns into. If that makes any sense. Again, it does feel like the story of the United States of America.
And my radio says tonight is gonna freeze. People driving home from the factories. Now you got 6 lanes of traffic, 3 lanes moving slow.
Yep, that's life. That's what's going to end up happening. Where are you taking us? Maybe the melancholy nature of civilization, potentially?
Used to like to go to work, but they shut it all down. I got a right to go to work, no work here to be found yet. They say, we're gonna have to pay what's owed. We're gonna have to, they reap from the seed they sowed. When all the birds up on the wires and up on the poles, they can always get out in this rain and this cold. And you can hear them singing out their telegraph code all the way down the Telegraph road. And I'd sooner forget, but I remember those nights. Yeah, life was just a bet on a race. Between the lights, you had your head on my shoulder and your hand in my hair. Now you act a little cold, like you don't seem to care. But just believe in me, baby, and I'll get you away. I'm gonna get you out of this darkness and into the day. From all these rivers of headlights, from these rivers of rain, from the anger that lives on the streets where days make. 'Cause I'm on every red light on memory lane. I've seen desperation explode into flame, and I don't wanna see it again. From all these signs just saying sorry, but we're closed all the way.
Guys, this is an incredibly ambitious piece of music here, guys. Incredibly.
down the Telegraph road.
Okay, guys, hold on. All right, so this is definitely. I think this is maybe the second time I've encountered anything from Dire Straits. I know my wife loves Dire Straits, right? But me personally, this is going to be the second time I'm encountering anything from them. Now, this is being I think the second song we're encountering. I think I like this better than the first one we've encountered. I think it was like the first music video ever filmed or something like that. That was like the first one we encountered. Now, in terms of the song itself, this definitely is an allegory for the most part of American history. This is basically from the concept of like moving from the wilderness to like like this massively booming industrial thing, and then the woes that kind of come from that. But this is definitely told from kind of like one side of the story. Let's say it definitely felt like we were encountering a story from from one person that was experiencing the hustle and bustle, let's say, of what it is like living in or living through the industrial boom of society. I can imagine what that was like, guys. I would have personally been more like interested, at least, in the pioneering aspect of things, as I love the concept of like bushcraft and kind of being outside and kind of making your own, building your own shelters and building your own knives and things like that. It's kind of what I do on my off time here. I mean, guys, I walk around with a neck knife and an Olite. Just imagine for a second, right? With a fire starter. I love the concept of bushcrafting and creating your own thing here. The song itself is absolutely spectacular here. Okay, I love the theatrical, almost Broadway-esque nature that the song kind of makes you feel kind of throughout it. It feels like we're encountering like masters of storytelling almost here, guys. Spectacular, no issues here. Guys, let me know in the comments of the next thing from them that I should be encountering, though. All right, and I will get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right, and listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.